A brand new 2026 Toyota Tundra starts at $43,355, and by the time you drive it home with tax, title, and a couple of options, you are looking at $50,000 or more for a truck that runs on a twin-turbo V6 that is still working through early production growing pains. Meanwhile, 5 used trucks are sitting on lots across this country right now, priced between $12,000 and $25,000, that will still be running long after that Tundra is paid off. I am not guessing. I have been under these trucks. I have seen what breaks and what does not. And today, I am counting down the 5 cheapest trucks a senior can buy right now that offer real reliability at a fraction of the cost. I am going deepest on number 1 because that truck has been my single favorite recommendation for the past decade. Let us get into it. Number 5, Ford Maverick. Number 5 is a truck that half the people watching this video probably forgot existed, and that is exactly why it is on this list. The Ford Maverick launched in 2022 and immediately sold out because people realized it was the first truly affordable truck to hit the market in years. Then the hype died down, lease returns started flooding lots, and suddenly you can find a 2022 or 2023 Maverick with under 40,000 miles for $18,000 to $22,000. For a senior, this truck makes more sense than almost anything else with a bed on it. And here is why. The step in height is lower than almost any truck on the market. You are not climbing up into this thing like it is a lifted F-250. The bed sits at a height where you can actually reach over the side without a step stool, and that matters when you are loading groceries, garden supplies, or a cooler for a weekend trip. The base Maverick comes with a 2.5-liter hybrid powertrain that gets up to 42 miles per gallon in the city. Read that number again, 42 miles per gallon in a truck. That is better than most sedans on the road. The hybrid system uses a continuously variable transmission paired with an electric motor, and the combination is smooth, quiet, and dead simple. No turbo to fail. No complicated all-wheel drive transfer case. Just front-wheel drive and a powertrain that sips fuel. Now, the Maverick is not a heavy-duty work truck. It maxes out at 2,000 pounds of towing in the hybrid configuration, though that jumps to 4,000 with the EcoBoost engine and the tow package. But most seniors I talk to are not towing a fifth wheel. They want a truck bed for Home Depot runs, a comfortable ride, and something that is not going to nickel and dime them at the shop. When you are shopping for a used Maverick, check the continuously variable transmission fluid condition. It should be clean and pinkish. Dark or burnt-smelling fluid means the previous owner either towed more than they should have or skipped maintenance. Also, test the hybrid battery gauge. Make sure the system is charging and discharging normally during the test drive. If everything checks out, you have got a truck that will easily run 200,000 miles on basic maintenance. Number 4, Nissan Frontier. This truck refuses to die, and I mean that literally. Nissan claims that 92% of all Frontiers sold in the last decade are still on the road. When you look under the hood and understand why, it makes perfect sense. I am specifically talking about the second-generation Frontier from 2005 to 2021. Yes, Nissan sold essentially the same truck for 16 years with only minor updates, and that is actually the selling point. Every single problem this truck ever had, Nissan had over a decade to fix. By the time you get to the models from 2013 to 2019, Most of the early quirks, like the radiator cross-contamination issue on the automatics, were long gone. The engine in these trucks is the VQ40DE, a 4.0-liter naturally aspirated V6 that makes 261 horsepower. No turbos, no hybrid system, no direct injection problems. It uses a timing chain, not a belt, so there is no expensive replacement interval. This engine is part of Nissan's VQ family, which has won numerous Ward's Best Engine awards. I have personally seen these engines go well past 250,000 miles without internal work. One forum member reported his 2006 Frontier hitting 419,000 miles before the engine even started burning oil. For a senior buyer, here's the math. A 2017 to 2019 Frontier S5 with the V6 and under 80,000 miles currently runs $15,000 to $19,000. That is roughly half the price of a new Tundra, and the maintenance costs are a fraction of what you would pay on a modern turbocharged truck. Parts are everywhere, and independent shops know these trucks inside and out. If you are shopping for one, there are 3 things to check. First, on models built before 2010 with an automatic transmission, make sure the radiator has been replaced or upgraded. The factory radiator had an internal cooler that could leak and mix coolant with transmission fluid. Second, feel the steering at low speed. Some higher mileage Frontiers develop play in the steering rack. It is about $600 to fix. Third, check the rear leaf springs. If the truck sits lower on one side, the springs are sagging. A replacement set is about $400 installed. Number 3, Ford Ranger. Ford brought the Ranger back to the U.S. market in 2019 after an 8-year absence, and it returned as one of the most capable mid-size trucks available. Now that 2019 and 2020 models are hitting the 5 to 7 year mark, depreciation has brought them into the sweet spot for smart buyers. A 2020 Ford Ranger XLT with 60,000 to 75,000 miles is currently selling for $20,000 to $24,000. RepairPal gives the Ranger a 4.0 out of 5.0 reliability rating, ranking it 3rd out of 7 midsize trucks. The average annual repair cost is $615, and the frequency of unscheduled repairs is just 0.2 times per year. That means statistically, this truck goes 5 years between unexpected shop visits. The engine is a 2.3-liter EcoBoost turbocharged 4-cylinder making 270 horsepower and 310 pound-feet of torque. Ford has been refining this engine family since 2015 across the Mustang, the Explorer, and the Focus RS. The 10-speed automatic transmission shifts smoothly and holds up well. For seniors, the Ranger hits a nice middle ground. It is smaller and easier to park than a full-size truck, but still offers a 7,500-pound towing capacity and a usable bed. The cab is quiet on the highway. The seats are supportive, and the ride quality is surprisingly composed. When test driving, pay attention to the transmission behavior at low speeds. Some early 2019 models had reports of hesitation at parking lot speeds. 2020 largely resolved this. Also check around the passenger footwell for any signs of water intrusion. There is a known issue where a blocked evaporator drain allows condensation to leak inside. If you can, skip the 2019 model year. The 2020 and 2021 models are noticeably more refined. Number 2, Honda Ridgeline. This is the truck that truck people love to make fun of. It is unibody. It does not have a solid rear axle, and it is one of the most intelligently designed vehicles for a senior buyer that has ever been built. The second-generation Ridgeline that started in 2017 sits on the same platform as the Honda Pilot. That means it has a fully independent suspension front and rear, which gives it the smoothest ride of any truck on this list. There is no leaf spring harshness, no rear-end hop-over bumps. It drives like a large sedan that happens to have a bed. Under the hood is Honda's 3.5-liter V6, a naturally aspirated engine making 280 horsepower, paired with a 9-speed automatic transmission and standard all-wheel drive. It uses a timing belt that needs replacement around 100,000 miles. This job costs about $800 to $1,000, and that is really the only significant maintenance event. RepairPal puts the Ridgeline's average annual maintenance cost at $502, below the mid-size truck average. Here is why this truck is perfect for a senior. The bed has a dual-action tailgate that can swing down traditionally or open to the side like a door. That is side swing action makes loading and unloading far easier. There is also a lockable in-bed trunk underneath the bed floor that is completely hidden and weatherproof. The step-in height is manageable without running boards. Honda sensing driver assists, including adaptive cruise control and automatic emergency braking, come standard even on the base sport trim. A 2018 Ridgeline RTL with 65,000 to 80,000 miles runs $21,000 to $25,000. Compare that to the Tundra at $43,000 and up, and you are saving close to $20,000 while getting a truck that is arguably easier to live with every single day. When shopping, check the transmission shift quality carefully. Some early 2017 models had a software issue where the truck hesitated, shifting into fourth gear. Honda released a fix, but make sure it was applied. Also check the rear differential fluid. It should have been changed every 30,000 miles. If the seller cannot confirm, budget $120 for a change and do it immediately. Number 1. Toyota Tacoma. This is the truck I have recommended longer than any other vehicle in any category. The third-generation Tacoma from 2016 to 2023 is the single most reliable midsize truck ever built. And right now you can buy one used for less than what most people put down as a deposit on a new Tundra. A retired gentleman, 71 years old, came in 3 years ago with a 2016 Tacoma SR5 V6 that had 187,000 miles. He bought it new and drove it every day. I put it on the lift, checked every system, and crawled underneath with a flashlight. The truck only needed brake pads and a cabin air filter. That was it. At 187,000 miles, the engine did not burn a drop of oil between changes, and the frame showed zero corrosion. He is still driving it today. The engine is the 3.5-liter 2GR-FKS V6. This is a dual injection engine using both port injection and direct injection, which prevents the carbon buildup issues that plague engines that use direct injection only. It makes 278 horsepower, uses a timing chain designed to last the life of the engine, and pairs with a 6-speed automatic transmission or a manual transmission. No CVT, no dual clutch. RepairPal gives the Tacoma an average annual repair cost of $478, well below the mid-size truck average of $548 and far below the all-vehicle average of $652. The probability of needing a major repair is just 17%. A 2018 Tacoma SR5 V6 with from 70,000 to 85,000 miles sells for $23,000 to $27,000. A brand new Tundra starts at $43,355. That is a $16,000 to $20,000 difference. And the Tacoma holds its value better than any other vehicle in America. If you buy one for $25,000 today, drive it for 5 years and 50,000 miles, you will likely sell it for $18,000 to $20,000. Your actual cost of ownership could end up being less than $2,000 a year, including maintenance. For seniors, I recommend models with running boards since the Tacoma rides higher than the Maverick or Ridgeline. The cab is slightly tighter than a full-size truck, but visibility is excellent. Starting in 2020, Toyota added Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Here is my inspection checklist. First, check the frame. Toyota issued a recall and a frame replacement program for certain model years because of corrosion in Salt Belt states. A Tacoma with a replaced frame at 80,000 miles is basically a new truck underneath. Second, check the rear leaf springs. Tacomas that have been loaded heavily will show sagging. Replacement costs are about $500. Third, find one with the tow package, even if you never plan to tow. It includes a transmission cooler and a heavy-duty fan that help keep everything running cooler and lasting longer. So there you have it. 5 trucks that cost a fraction of a new Tundra, and that will outlast it on the road. The Ford Maverick has a 42 miles per gallon hybrid, ideal for seniors who want simplicity. The Nissan Frontier is the truck Nissan quietly perfected over 16 years. The Ford Ranger is the mid-size comeback that surprised everyone. The Honda Ridgeline is the smartest truck nobody respects. And the Toyota Tacoma is the truck that mechanics buy for their own parents because it just does not quit. Next time a salesperson tries to push you into a $55,000 truck because it is the newest model, you will know better. If this helped, hit subscribe. I have more videos coming on trucks and cars that actually make financial sense. Like the video if it saved you money. Drive safe, take care of your truck, and it will take care of you. Take it or leave it. I will see you in the next one.